Sorry, I was looking something up and I totally forgot my mic was muted. But hi! I'm back. And today, I'm playing some Skyrim. Because I figured, you know what, I might as well go and do this Dragonborn DLC that has been sitting for ages, and actually...
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, good jump scare by that. Hey, Charlie. And yes, here, we believe in Joe Hendry. And also Fire Logan Paul. Dragonborn! Yeah. Lovely nice greeting of getting jump scared by Joe Hendry. But you know what? There's worse things to be jump scared by than Joe Hendry. I was doing okay till about a couple of hours ago. Let's just put it that way. I'm on a horse. Right. Yeah, right. So yeah. As part of my little setup, I have some things on, I have a little folding table by my chair with stuff that I need to keep, like, relatively close to hand, you know, like my phone, that kind of stuff. You know, there's usually like sort of phone, water bottle, snacks. That kind of thing. And if I'm just on quickly, I'll put like my keyboard and mouse on here because it's just handy to sort of have it, because it's literally right next to my chair. So, unfortunately, me being me, I'm a bit of a klutz, and I went and knocked off my water bottle. And there was still liquid inside it. It spilled, so of course I got to put the towel down, which involves lifting up the table. As I lifted it, it folded in and slightly crushed the middle fingers on each hand. To the point where I think pretty much all of my neighbours heard the scream I let out. You know, it was not a quiet scream. It was a rather loud one. So yeah, so looking at this, you can definitely tell that I've caught my fingers in something. More so on my left hand than my right. My left hand is definitely going to bruise. My right hand, I don't know. There might be a little bit of bruising, but yeah, my left hand is definitely going to bruise. In fact, the middle finger is already sporting the beginnings of a bruise. Because yeah, it was just one of those simple things, like I went to lift the table and it just folded in on itself. And it's just that sort of Oh, no, it's fine. It's like, the actual pain has gone from my fingers, like my hands feel fine. It's just, I know that they're gonna bruise. Also, if you do hear a little bit of a buzzing in the background, I have a fan on, like, behind me. Because it has been, and I quote, warm as buggery today. So, I've got a fan on. But I've set it far enough away so that I still get a little bit of... It's more about it circulating cold air around the room rather than actually just keeping me directly cool. Okay, good. I was hoping I'd put it far enough away from the microphone so you don't hear it. God, what is with... There are so many creatures on these paths. I do not remember there being this many. Like, I really don't.
When you're able to draw a bow all the way to your shoulder.
I can do that. I did it yesterday.
I do not remember there being that many things on. Actually, what difficulty am I playing at? I'm playing on Adept. That's kind of my standard. So kind of like mid. Oh, blissful snow. Blissful, blissful snow. So how have you been today, Charlie? The day's been kinder to you than it has been to me. Yay, family time. I'm trying to figure out what to get one of my nibblings for their birthday, so I've got a couple of ideas now. It's just getting right. Who do I speak to go? Right, actually, am I anywhere? No, I don't want. What am I doing? I want inventory. Am I any? Okay, I'm not. There.
If you're looking for
Oh,
passage to
garden
Solstheim,
room. I would love
too
that.
bad. I'm not going back there anymore. It's hard to explain. The next thing I remember is here.
So I have to talk to him
And
to
they
go
were
to
gone.
Solstheim, but he's just said he's not
It's not
going
right
to
losing
Solstheim.
whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going
Oh,
back
okay, he's
to
doing one
Solstheim.
more and then... That's...
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
Yeah, you are. I'll give you a big pile of cash. Okay. You want me the cult? Yeah, the cultist you brought here tried to kill me.
Alright, you have a point. Taking
You
you
know,
back to
that's-
find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself.
There we go. Nice little motivator. Revenge! You know, just have some good old-fashioned vengeance. Plus, there is the whole, so, you know, you done goofed by
Well,
bringing the cultists
here
over.
we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Stuff and things. That's my guess. Stuff and things. Yeah, it's like engage Morrowind mode. I actually need to play that at some point. I think I have it. I wouldn't be too surprised if I do actually have it somewhere in my library.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Ravenrock, Outlander. State your intentions.
Looking for Mirak.
Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Ravenrock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws.
Fair dues. Don't get in my
Any
way, I won't get in yours.
questions?
Okay, why are you so suspicious of visitors?
Second Counselor, the security of Ravenrock is my primary concern.
Okay. Has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of trouble. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
Okay, what do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second Councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Talk to Captain Garland if you're looking for a passage. If you're looking for
Bye.
passage,
We,
Captain Garland.
we were delayed by bad weather. Are you even,
Okay, so we've got temple. Go up here. Got the walls, or at least part of them.
Move along, Outlander.
Stop calling me Outlander. I am not Sam Hewen. Although I am from the same part of Scotland as him. So... I suppose.
If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our houses out from
Whee!
beneath the ash.
Let's go exploring. And fill in all the gaps in the map that we can. Because this is what I do when I go to a new place in a game. It's like I am a map filler. It's like if you give me a bunch of points like this, I will go straight to as many as I can. And I'll just fill them all in. Ooh. Things. Oh great! We've got sand zombies. Well, ash spawn, but you know. Zombies. Yeah, curiosity. Well, the thing is, you can call it curiosity, or you can just call it me being a nosy bitch. You know. It's an either or kind of thing. This is a lot of stuff. Yoink. I know it's mine. But yeah, you know, it definitely appeals to like the loot goblin nosy bitch side. Because I do like to be nosy. But not like overly nosy, like stealth nosy. I have a dislike of being perceived. Whoa! You got twatted. Ha ha! Thou got twatted. And they're all dead. Where's the Reaver Lord's body? Did it fall off? There it is. Ah, I knew he'd have the good stuff. Yeah, absolutely wrecked them. See, this is because of this little shiny, well, not so little shiny thing here. This is, shock horror, a modded sword. That I have. Oh yeah, they totally had it coming. I mean, they're... You know, they had it coming that much, you put them in the cell block tango. But, yeah, I'm cucumbered. Oh, I'm 5 cucumber. What food have I got? Okay, eat that. Although I did see a great TikTok. Someone... Oh crap, I meant to eat that. Let's get the effects. Someone did a thing where they took one of every ingredient and one of every potion. And had them at the same time. Just like all in one go. Just to see what it would do. Right. Okay, I don't need to carry that. Oh, I forgot I had the pissing beacon. Yeah, this rather powerful Daedric sword, because I have the bow to go with it as well. Yeah, they basically like 1 or 2 hit kill most opponents. You know what? I may as well go and take the book back. Go and endear myself. To the people. Or to one person at least. Then he'd be like, hey, I have an ally. Because yeah, between these 2 weapons and the Dremora ring, I'm basically unstoppable. Bar me making some dumbass decisions. they're dead. You can leave them be. Right, let's talk to the captain.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here.
Okay, what were those
Some of
things?
the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them ash spawn.
That's
Me,
zombies.
I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock. And
Although actually, are they
they
zombies if they're dead? If they're not dead? Okay, how did that bring? Oh,
That noise. I'm not alone.
right. Can we continue the conversation now?
Some of the... Me, I don't care what they're called.
Right.
I was going to search for
There we go.
clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming
Get
from.
back to the conversation.
I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction.
Go. Lend your hand.
Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind. And I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard.
Okay, where do we
We
start?
were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual.
Okay, we have a declaration of war. Raven Rock Stronghold. My calls for the unconditional surrender of your forces and an immediate cessation of all hostilities have been ignored numerous times. I therefore have no choice but to assume your purpose on Solstheim as hostile and to treat Raven Rock Stronghold as an enemy of the Empire. I warn you, any attempt to breach Fort Frostmoth will be met with an equal level of aggression. I will do everything in my power to wipe you and the forces off the face of Tamriel. There will be no further communications between us. General Falxarius, Garrison Commander, Fort Frostmoth. Yunk. Yeah, freaking much a puzzle pal.
Have you found some? This is
Thing.
strange. The note says it's from General Falxarius, but that's impossible.
Why?
Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive.
Really? Are you sure about that?
If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way.
You think?
I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm going to head back to
In a
Raven
minute.
Rock and prepare the men for further assaults. Be careful. This General Carius sounds out of his mind.
Well, if he thinks it's 200 years ago, he's not exactly sane. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what now? Just
Ran
a
away, I guess.
Right, let's go turn in this book to what's the face. Actually, okay, 6:49 p.m. I can go into their house. It's fine.
Can I help you?
What's up? Found a book. Says it's yours.
Mr. White, you look able to venture outside of town. A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound.
Yeah, I found it.
They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
I've already got it.
Mavala bless you. You found it.
Yeah, it was on a
Well,
boat.
you've certainly
With a bunch of
proven your
reavers.
worth around here to me.
They're dead,
Please
so
accept this gift as a token of my appreciation.
how much? Okay. Do you know someone called Mirak?
Why does that sound so familiar? There's no one here by that name, and yet I swear I've heard it.
Okay, where did you hear the name?
I don't know. It almost feels like a dream. Something about a temple on the island. Good journey, traveler.
Right.
Headed east. They want to give Tel Mithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place one bit.
Okay, so we've got Tel Mithrin.
If you're looking for work, the mine's been closed for a long time.
Not necessarily looking for work, just being nosy. Ash Falls Tier. That sounds good. Whoa, what? Oh, piss off. I'm gonna take your stuff. Actually, let me go back down here, see if I can't sell some of this stuff I picked up. Not that I need the coin, but I need space in my inventory. What's up?
You haven't seen Cresh's Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient
This is
Nordic
a shiny
pickaxe.
pickaxe.
They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Creshus, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
Okay, notice the shadow mark by your door.
Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart?
Yep, pretty much.
Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can.
Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got
Nope, I'm
bad
looking for
news.
Mirak.
This place is drier than a
kick his
damn
ass.
bone.
And so these little pets will stop pissing me off.
Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle.
Okay, Thieves Guild has a problem out here.
Don't
Yeah.
look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides,
It was
it's
something
really my
I didn't actually
problem
notice the
anyway.
shadow marks for quite
I
a long
caused it.
time. Despite the number of times I played this. It did actually take me a long time to
A
realize
fellow
there are
friend
shadow
by the
marks.
name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us.
Was he a thief in Logate?
That he did.
Yep, thief in
Right out
Logate.
from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect.
Okay, where is he now?
Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag.
Ah, good luck with that.
I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there.
I love a skag.
You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, you're Mallory's brother, so it's like, we're good.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
It's like, yeah, you're Mallory's brother, we're good. Okay. Why do I have all this
Yeet.
stuff? Hey, Gracie. I have a lot of... Why do I... Was I gonna do something with these... Because I have, like...
You tell Crush's he better give
I have,
that
like,
pickaxe
dragon
back
masks
to me,
and, like,
or else.
dragon priest masks and stuff. I'm not doing too bad. I was explaining before, I had a little bit of a mishap with the folding table and managed to slightly squish the fingers in both of my hands. But apart from that, I'm not doing too bad. How are you? Right, I'm wondering, was I...
If you've got any gripes, check in at Moving. Second counselor around.
I think I might have to go... Actually. Let me pop back to Skyrim. Because I'm wondering if I was carrying quite a lot of different sets of armor. It's like, why would I do that? Yes! Itchy stage has passed! Right. No, hang on. I'm just gonna go, because I think I've got a house here.
What business do college mages have in a place like Sarthal anyway? It's a place for more.
So even if I just drop the stuff off here... Yeah, you just gotta let it heal. But I'm glad the itchy stage is over, because that's the one I obviously find the worst. That's where I kind of get the most tetchy.
Try to hide it all you want. I know you're in the Thief's Guild, and so do the other guards.
Yeah, and? Right, let me see if I've got... Yeah. I was kind of at that stage not too long ago with mine.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Right. So they've actually got armor and weapons and stuff. Where was I taking this stuff? I must have been taking it somewhere. It wasn't Hiram. You know what? Maybe if I take it to Mournfalla, that might be a good spot for it. Because I've got like mannequins and stuff here I can display on. And that massively takes down. Right, is that shield rack? No, it's a weapon plaque. And there's one over here. Right, that should have lightened the load a fair bit. Now, have I got any more mannequins I can use? Ah, go in here. give it the Nordic carved. I've got more amulets than that. Okay, draw an eye. Okay. Now, are these shield plaque? Oh no, they're actually... That's handy if they're... Right, actually, I've got some dagger boxes. Oh, please tell me these actually work. Oh, they don't work. That's annoying. Oh, I need to finish building this bit. Okay, I can do that at some point. But still, that's lighting the... That's lighting the old inventory. Right. Yeah, 570. Yeah, okay, that's plenty. That's plenty. But yeah, I had that unfortunate stage with the tattoo I have on my collarbone. Ah, there's the arrow. When enemies are nearby, what? What's nearby? Ice Wraith. And yeah, like literally everything
Yeah,
irritated
look
him.
at passage to business. Talk to Captain Young just to ship us.
But what has actually been a great help for me is using cocoa butter.
Damn ash.
I found that's been really good in helping with the irritation that you can sometimes get with fresh tattoos. Well, it's good for my skin anyway.
Here in his shrine.
Okay, we found the Earthstone.
That they have forgotten.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Oh, die. It's like, you just saw me one-shot your mate and you're still trying to shoot me? Really? What a div. Yeah, I will say it took me a fair bit of time to decide on mine. Okay, craft piece of Nordic jewelry. Okay, I can do that. Because yeah, it took me a while to decide on what my first tattoo was going to be. then I knew there were ones I wanted. But for me, the biggest thing has been placement. That's been my biggest thing with trying to decide with tattoos, is more placement than anything else. Because I have this thing of, I want to keep, it might sound daft, but I want to keep the top of my arms clear. I know that's like the best place to get tattoos when you're first starting out, because it's, you know, quite a fleshy bit, it's not near to any sort of like bone or anything like that, or, you know, as places to get a first tattoo, like the top of your arms are actually pretty good. But I've been wanting to leave them clear just on the off chance I get the opportunity to get my dream tattoo. So it's almost like in my head that space has kind of already been claimed. So yeah, the idea is it's kind of already been claimed by this other design I want to do. So all of my tattoos bar one are on my forearms. Yes, Palmer's Cocoa Butter, that's the one. That is the one. That stuff is brilliant. So, my dream tattoo. This is if, like, money was no object kind of thing. Because I know my dream it's a hefty chunk of change. Would be, I want a set of wings. And what would happen is they would start on my back and then they would spread out and down my arms. Then the top of my arms with the sort of tips of the wings basically touching my elbows. It's like, that's the dream right there.
Someone there. I knew it.
Sup, plebs? Yeah. The only thing I've not kind of solidified is, like, I have the concept, but I don't know exactly what form I want the wings to take, if that makes sense. Because for long enough I did actually toy with the idea of having one wing be like sort of kind of like pristine and sort of all sort of perfect and wonderful and everything, and then have the other one be look like it's sort of battered and bruised and all that kind of thing. Or, you know, I could sort of take it as like, one is an angel wing, one is a demon wing, and all this kind of thing. So I haven't quite decided on the forms the wings would take, but I know that's what I want to do. So yeah, that's the dream money no object design. But I know that would take a lot of money, a lot of time. So, I mean, even a lot of time just trying to get a design together. So yeah, kind of in my head a little bit, my upper arms have kind of been theoretically claimed by that design. But it's something I've always wanted. But yeah, I just don't know. See, this is the thing, it's like, because part of me did actually contemplate doing dragon wings. Because that was something that I kind of mulled around in my head a little bit. You know, as a little bit of a nod to this sort of love of fantasy that I have, and all those kind of stories, and loving sort of like Arthurian legend, you know, this sort of idea like Merlin can talk to dragons, and also I have a dragon tattoo already. It's a Chinese style dragon because I was born in the year of the dragon. And yeah, I just love dragons. Then of course I have the daft idea of, what about a unicorn wing? Because obviously I'm Scottish, and the unicorn is our national animal. So that would be a not so little nod to me being Scottish. Which of course becomes obvious the second I open my gob, but...
Hold, traveler. You have no business here.
I don't, I'm just passing through.
You no harm, but be on your way.
Fair dues, I'm going. Bye. Because I know you're werewolves.
Now!
Because you actually get, you get like friendly dialogue if you show up while you're a werewolf. Because they recognise that you're also a wolf. And it's like, oh, cool, hey cuz, what's up? Altar of Thrond. And dead girl. So yeah, even before deciding what kind of wings, and then it's like, do I get a more classical style? Do I stick with black and grey because all the tattoos I have are black and grey? Temple of Mirak. You know, do I have this be a colour piece? It's like, do I go for a bit of a mix?
Here do we toil.
So yeah, lot of decisions to make before I even contemplate.
By night we reclaim.
Even like looking for an artist.
Far from ourselves.
Sup?
Oscar, please, we must leave this place.
The Temple of
Israel,
Mirak.
I'm here to help you. You there.
Sup, Raya?
What brings you to this place? Why are you here?
No, I haven't even spoken to an artist about this.
I am Freya of the Scar.
I kind of want to have a much
to either save my people
more solid concept
or
before I go
avenge
to an artist. Okay, save them from what?
I am unsure. Something has taken control of most of the people of Solstheim. It makes them forget themselves. and work on these horrible creations that corrupt the stones, the very land itself. My father, Storm, our shaman, says Mirak has returned to Solstheim, but that is impossible. Then you and I both have reason to see what
Yep,
lies
Mirak tried to have me killed because he's a
Let us
twat.
go. There is nothing more I can do here. The tree stone and my friends are beyond my help for now. We need to find a way into the temple below.
So yeah, it is just that thing of
You must leave this place!
I wouldn't necessarily feel completely comfortable going to an artist right now without a more
By the Allmaker!
kind of fleshed out concept.
There was no other way.
Or at least the basis of one. You know, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I was able to do that. To sort of use that as like a sort of start point. And then work.
Are you ready to help me now? We should not delay.
Then obviously
We
work
should
with
check
the
these
artist
rooms for
to,
supplies before heading further into the temple.
you know, get the best idea of what's going to fit me. Both with what I'm aiming for and also with me physically. Because, you know, I'm not the tallest of people. In fact, in my family, I'm actually quite short. And I do have, because I'm plus size, I've obviously got fairly chunky arms. So there's a bit of space to work with right now. Right, let's go! Let's go try this.
We must be careful in these rooms. Traps can be anywhere, and there will likely be many. Mirak was trying to take power here, and protect himself in the process.
Mirak was being a bitch. Mirak is a twat. Short kings and quiz runs, yeah. Yeah. It's that thing is like, depending on which side of my family I'm with, I'm either one of the tallest or one of the shortest. If I'm with my mum's side of the family, I'm one of the taller ones. If I'm with my dad's side of the family, I'm one of the shorter ones. So yeah, it kind of depends. It depends which side of the family I'm dealing with. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like massively short in general. I mean, I'm 5'7", so that's not too bad. But given that most of the people on one side of my family are over 6 foot, it can... Yeah, it's like, I know in the grand scheme of things, I'm not short. It's just, within the context of my family, I am. And also with the fact that, I'm pretty sure that all of my nibblings are going to be taller than me. Like, the eldest is, but not by much. But the younger ones, I'm pretty sure they're all going to be taller than me when they're grown up. I'm pretty sure of that. But they're all going to be taller than me. Keep up, girly, come on.
Now we end this.
We've got a dickhead to go smite.
I do not fear.
Ooh, stuff. Take now, sort later.
I'm not going down there. It would be foolish if they did.
Foolish? Really? No, it's not.
Thank you. Mirak took great pains to make it difficult to reach him, it seems. Let us hope that is the last of his traps.
Oh, now you've gone and jinxed us. You've gone and jinxed us, bitch. Like, I hope it's the last one of these, and then it never is. What's up, dead folk? Oh no, not dead folk. Just twats. So I was trying to think of a topic of conversation for today. And honestly, I was drawing a blank because it's like, what do I talk about? Because I know I just tend to prattle on.
It is Mirak learned that gave him reason to turn on his masters. But his path seems
I mean, part of my bio is literally bletherer on the internet.
Who's there?
And it's like I've been trying to keep up with stuff, but it has been a little difficult recently with various things going on with me. So I did sort of think, it's like, do I do the very British thing and complain about the weather? Because it has been bloody warm.
Interesting.
And
this may be worth exploring.
I was not very happy when the weather app on my phone said it was going to be like 7 degrees warmer tomorrow. It's like, no, I do not want it to get any warmer than it currently is. This is enough. This is too much. I don't like this. Because obviously with getting help to try and do this professionally, the advice I've been given is trying to sort of do things that invoke more questions.
And so it ends.
And then, of course, just the way my brain works, I immediately went kick or death.
I had been told that Mirak's
the
power
Eddie Izzard
was
sketch.
great, but to have built so large a temple, it cannot be much far.
Word of power!
I feel it in my bones. Something feels wrong. Brace yourself. Who's there?
Ah, here comes Skinny with a question. Okay. Double or nothing. I actually thought it was next weekend. So I got a bit confused with the whole sort of like Saturday night's main event last night, and then double or nothing tonight. I'm intrigued for a couple of reasons. One, this is the first one that's going to be done with the on the My AEW platform, which is basically like AEW's version of WWE Network. That's available kind of internationally, because it's not available on HBO Max over here. Because we do have HBO Max in the UK, because I've been using it to watch The Pit, which I love that show. I love that show and I want Mel King to be my friend. In fact, actually, I want Mel and Cassie to be my friends. I so want to be friends with Mel and Cassie.
Dead end? Impossible. There must be something more. Look around. I will let you know if I find anything in the dining area.
So yeah, it's like, I want to be their friend. But also there's a couple of things I'm intrigued about. I am kind of excited for the match combos we've got for the Owen Hart tournament. More for the men's side than the women's side. I know obviously with the women's side now we have this wild card.
A secret passage in the dining area.
Because Willow's had to withdraw.
Let us move quickly.
But I don't think we're getting her match. I don't think we're actually getting that match tonight. Unless they've changed it. I know we're getting a couple of the men's matches. And I think we're getting one of the women's matches, but I don't think it's the one that Willow was going to be in.
I wonder if there is something here that tells the story of Mirak.
Hang on, let me just look it up, because I did actually pull it up earlier, because I was having a look at the match list. Because there's 3 matches on the buy-in. There's a trios match, a 10-man tag, and a tag team eliminator match. And then on the main cards, because yeah, the women's Owen match we're getting, which is one I am sort of excited about, mainly because it gets her screen time that she deserves, is Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. I think that could be a solid match. Right, I had too many quest markers on.
Nothing but ruined books. I do not recognize this statuary. We passed by a few of them earlier, but they are becoming more frequent. We get it is eerily quiet.
But yeah, we get 2, because we're getting Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay and Bandito versus Swerve on the men's side. So we're getting 2 of the men's matches and 1 of the women's matches for the Owen, which isn't bad, you know. Could be worse. At least we're getting 1 of the women's matches, but. And the field isn't bad. I will say, the field this year is pretty good for the Owen. At least I think it is, anyway. Let's go. Let's go. Are we done? Okay, we're done. Okay. Not bad. I'm not cucumbered yet, so. Meow. So yeah, I think Excite is going too far. I'm going to say cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's one of my... I think with this being like a modded weapon, it does sometimes do that thing.
This book.
Where sometimes enemies I've taken down with that weapon will just stand there. It seems to happen with Jogger more than any other enemy type. I will say it does happen more with Draugr, but yeah, that it does happen. It's a glitch. I've kind of realized that, so it is what it is, kind of thing. I just kind of deal with it. It's not like game breaking or anything.
What?
What's up, bitch?
Who are you to dare set foot here?
I'm the twat that's gonna drive a sword through your skull.
You are Dragonborn.
But yeah, he does just kind of stand there. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it happens.
So you have slain Alduin. Well done. I could have slain him myself back when I walked the earth.
Sure, you could have. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you could
have.
have.
Idea of the true power a Dragonborn can wield.
Well, I think I've played this game enough times to have a rough
This
idea.
realm is beyond. You have no power here.
Gandalf
And it is
Stormcrow.
only a matter of time.
I can't help it. That's where my mind goes when anybody says you have no power here. I immediately go to that scene in the Two Towers where they've just arrived at Rohan.
Send her back where she came.
They're walking up to Theoden.
She can await my arrival with the rest.
It's like you've got Grima whispering in his ear and all this, and it's like you have no power here. But that's immediately where my mind goes.
You read the book and then... It seemed as though you were not really here. I could see you, but also see through you.
Yeah, not really sure. I saw Mirak on a dragon.
Where? Where is he? Can we reach him?
No.
Can we kill him?
I can, you can't. Okay, somehow reading this book took me to where he was.
This is a dangerous thing, then. We should return to my village and show this to my father. Perhaps Storm can make sense of what is going on. Come, there looks to be a way out through here.
Fate of the Skull. Company Freya to Skull Village. Oh, it's pretty. Okay. The Windstone. I don't know if I'm going the right way to the village. I think I am, because the little icon's getting bigger, so... Whee! There we go. So yeah, cautiously optimistic for Double or Nothing. Saturday night's main event was okay. Could have been better. Okay, Thirsk meet. Oh, this is not the village. This is a different place. Right. Actually, let's go kill this moosh. Take me back across. I can fill in the gaps a bit more. Yeah, I hope so. Like I say, I'm intrigued to see how my AEW platform goes, because I'm paying a decent amount of money for this platform. So I am paying $17.99 a month, and that is for, that combines AEW, Ring of Honor, and it gives me access to the pay-per-views as well. So it's quite a jump from what I was paying for AEW Plus.
Command the dragon's soul. Perhaps you aren't as powerful as you think. I grow ever.
So yeah, hang on. If I check the different, because there's obviously different plans depending on what you want. There's like a sort of tier. So, tiered pricing. So yeah, you can do one that just covers like the weekly TV. That's like £6 a month. Hang on, if I actually just go on my account. Oh, there's actually an app for it. Yay. So yeah, I'm paying $17.99 for mine. And then that covers, like I said, that covers also the like the pay-per-views and stuff like that. I'm just trying to see if I can find the, because there was like a list of all the pricing. Because it's obviously dependent on what you want. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go with the pay-per-views, because it's like the pay-per-views were yeah. See, the handy thing is with being here, okay, my screen's just gone black. And it's not registering a signal. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here. I looked down from my tablet, because I look at my tablet for stuff, and yeah, my screen's just gone black. And it's saying it's not getting a signal. But I can still hear the music in my headphones. Okay, this is very odd. You're gonna have to... Yeah, I know, I can still... Because obviously I have a stream manager up. and everything's still good, but I can't see anything on my actual screen. My actual, like, monitor has gone black, and it says there's no signal. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a second, 'cause I'm gonna have to stand up and to go over at my monitor and see what's going on. So bear with me a minute. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But hopefully that will be the end of it. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It just went dark. And yeah, it came up that there wasn't a signal, so maybe once this is done I'll have a look, double check my connections, make sure I haven't knocked anything or anything like that. There's something else coming my way. So apologies for the slight interlude that there was. Hopefully it's all good, but yeah, I think after this sort of double checking various connections and just to make sure that everything's still... that everything's still good. Because I don't want it to be already at the point where I'm having to replace cables. This is nice music. I like this. So yeah, a lot of connections to Morrowind and the lore and everything. Full disclosure, that's going to go completely over my head. Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game. I've played a little bit of the Oblivion remaster. And that's it. So a lot of like the deeper lore I'm just not gonna get.
Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush.
Right, let's go get this General Mush. Sneaky bitch mode! Why won't you die? There we go. There we go. Now you're dead. Okay, that takes me up top. I don't want to go that way. Give me back my bow so I can be a sneaky bitch. They're fine. That's fine. You gonna go pop? Pop goes the ash spawn. Oh, you twat bag. I thought I had it there. There we go. Okay, stuff. Lots of booze, lots of spice wine. We got some meat. Ooh, cheese. Cheese. Give me all the cheese. I like cheese. I know that was actually a thing when my nibbling was asked about me. Like, one of the things he said about me is that I like cheese. Like, of all the things to say about me, that's pretty accurate. You know, it's pretty accurate. I do like cheese. But then again, I'm also very picky about the cheese. I'm getting out of here. I am not a fan of spiders. Hate spiders! Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders. Right. Haha! I hate him. And he's dead. Right, there's one left. None left. The Champion's Cudgel. I know that's one of the collectibles I need to have in Blackthorn. That is one of the weapons. Is the Champion's Cudgel. Search for the treasure of Hacknir Deathbrand. That's a name. That is a name and a half. So yeah, that's a name. Right, let me go back to see Captain What's-His-Face. Velith? Oh, will you piss off? It's like, you're shooting fire at me and nothing is happening. Leave me alone! Take the bloody hint. I don't know why I sounded vaguely Welsh there. I know it's something about sort of like accent changes and things like that. Because it is something I've noticed a lot of people do. I mean, I'm very aware of the fact that I do it. My accent and my tone will change quite a bit depending on who I'm talking to. And also what situation I'm in. And I do sort of wonder sometimes if it's kind of like a defense mechanism thing. It's like, oh, maybe if I speak this way, people will be nicer to me. Kind of thing. I know it's a little daft, but it did actually happen once on holiday. One of the last times I actually went abroad. We were in Tenerife. And we actually found... Now, bearing in mind this was about like 20 years ago. Okay, this is well over 20 years ago now. But we did actually find that once the locals picked up on a Scottish accent, they were a bit more open. And kind of a bit more chatty. I suppose it is one of those things that it just kind of depends on the situation that you're in. But yeah, I'm very aware that my voice changes quite a bit. Because it is just something I've always done. You know, it could feed into my slightly reduced discomfort now that I'm getting used to it, of hearing my own voice. Because again, this is a discussion I've had with a lot of people. The voice that I hear is not the voice that everybody else hears. Because I hear my voice as it goes through my skull. Which obviously no one else hears, because no one else is in my skull. So is that idea of, yes, this is my voice, this is what people hear, this is what I actually sound like. Why has it brought me back? Oh, for God's sake. It's because I didn't take the exit it wanted me to, didn't it? Because I went out the other way and not the way it wanted me to. It's basically saying, no, you've got to go back in the thing and do the thing. You've got to go out the way that we want you to. Yeah, and I think also it is kind of a... It can be a comfort thing as well. That sort of idea of, like, you know, some people can feel more comfortable around certain tones of voice and... So... But yeah, it has made me wonder, you know, is it also kind of like... I don't know if defense mechanism is maybe too strong a term for what I'm thinking of.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
Twatface is dead.
I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived
Yeah.
for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock.
Okay, he'll no longer send Ashspawn to Raven Rock.
Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius.
Hey!
Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
5,000 gold. Nice. Not that I technically need the money, but meh.
Raised my men's
That isn't
spirits
my
quite a
problem.
bit.
I was clear when I loaned Garvin money that I wanted it back my first harvest.
But yeah, it can be...
With the Ashspawn threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done.
I suppose it's kind of like... Yeah, the sort of idea of like a safety net. That sort of thing. Right, what's next? Okay, the Skull Village thing. The Nordic Jewelry I can't do until I get the... Oh, actually. Dude with the cool name. So yeah, you know, it could be like a safety net thing, in a way kind of like a piece of armor. Because I know I sometimes say that, because when I'm out, I do wear probably a fair bit of jewellery. Because I also have this thing where, I have to have the same number of rings on each hand. What's up? What bags? treasure map. Let's have a look. Okay, use the map. Use the map to find the treasure. Oh, I already know that. Okay. So yeah, it's just one of my little kind of... I call it a little quirk. But it's one of those things, it's like, I have to have the same... I have to have the same number of rings on each hand. And I have to have the same number of... if I'm wearing bracelets, I have to have the same number on each wrist. Yeah, it's a good... Ah, okay. Deathbrand Helm, nice. You know, Convo Twat Bags is very handy. Because, you know, it's one of those sort of equal opportunity things. It's like, anybody can be a twat bag. Anybody. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are, how you identify, whatever. Everybody can be a twat bag. Because also it's not limited to people either. You know, it is very much an equal opportunity phrase that you can apply to anyone and anything. Right. Right, I've got to... Right, let's have a skick at this map. Why is... Sorry, bear with me a second. Why is that paused? For some reason the chat on my Streamlabs paused for a second. Right. Okay, items. Bit of books. Would it? Scroll? Oh, hang on, would it be under miscellaneous? Here we go. Okay, so there's 4 pieces of treasure. So, I've got one that's up here. There's one basically straight down. By the looks of this, there's a piece round about Raven Rock, and then there's a piece basically straight across. So, if I put the map marker about here, that should give me a rough idea of where to go. And unfortunately, I have not explored that part of the island yet, so I'm gonna have to do this the long way. Whoa! What the? Oh, it's you. The also familiar sound of Nirnroot. Shut up. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. It's like I said to the werewolves. I am just passing through. Hello, Pupper. Hello, Pupper. What did Pupper do? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. The Harkers are not killing the Pupper. No. No. Pupper going to be my friend. Hello, Pupper. Hello, Pupper. Pet heads home. That should be interesting because I don't actually have a home on Solstheim. Yet. I don't have a home on Solstheim yet. There is a way to get one, and it's actually not a bad player house, considering. It's actually not a bad one. So there was something I was thinking about, because this stream is going to be a toss-up between playing this or playing a bit more of Resident Evil Village. And I kind of decided, you know what, I want a bit of a calm night, so it was like, right, I'm going to play this, I'm going to make a decent start on Dragonborn DLC, hopefully, and go from there. And then probably next one will be RE Village, because I can think of a certain person who's really excited about the point I'm about to get to. Because I'm about to go and talk to a certain rather large gentleman with a very familiar voice. But I did sort of think, it's like, right, with a lot of games actually getting made into films, it's like, if part of, like, if you were to make a story similar to Resident Evil Village, if you were to make that into a film, who would be in it? Like, just sort of focusing on the sort of core characters. So it's like, right, who would be Ethan? Who could be Chris Redfield? Then you've got, obviously, with Beneviento, you've technically got two. You've got two characters to cast, because there will be someone playing Beneviento herself, and then you would have someone playing the doll. So then comes the question, it's like, do you have the same actor playing both? Just with, like, an altered voice. I've got Dragonfall. I've got a Dragonfall with me. Sidestep Fireball. Oh great, I've got Reading with me as well. Go away. So yeah, it would be an interesting thing, like, you know, with that 4, and then 4/5, and Mother Miranda. It's like, right, who plays them? See, that was what I thought as well, is like there are parts of that are too much to be made into a movie. Because what I had thought is with that, what you could maybe do is another part of that story. The obvious thing would be a prequel, to see how this group came together. And like how Mother Miranda managed to get control of the village. So then you would still have the key players from the game, but then you wouldn't necessarily have to cast there wouldn't be such pressure to cast like Ethan, Chris, Mia, like those characters. There maybe wouldn't be as much pressure on the casting of those, because they would only be relatively minor roles. And yeah, I know there's been like sort of Res Evil movies and they've gone the sort of original story route, and that's fine. But it was just kind of curious about like, right, who would be, if you were to take that particular part of the story, like that section of the lore, which is separate from, for the most part, separate from the main lore. Because I know there's been a lot of people wondering, you know, there's been a lot of sort of different casts for Lady Dimitrescu. I think the two most popular ones are, and again, I could see either actress doing it. I think they'd be rather good. The two most popular ones that I've seen are Hannah Waddingham and Gwendolyn Christie. You know, they're the two that I've seen. Those are the two names that I've seen pop up most often. Obviously, I know a lot of people, it's like, okay, if he can't play a live-action Astarion, have Neil play the live-action Heisenberg.
Here do we toil.
Which, you know, not the worst option in the world. Right. I've got the marker down here for this treasure. Da, 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 da.
That we might remember.
By night, we reclaim what by day was stolen.
So, Gwendolyn Christie... Actually, both Hannah Waddingham and Gwendolyn Christie were in Game of Thrones. Christie had a more prominent part because she was Brienne of Tarth. And Hannah Waddingham was the Septa who became known as the Shame Nun. She's probably better known for being in Ted Lasso. So those two. For me, I actually think The difficult one to cast for me would be, would actually be Moreau. Because it would really depend on at what point in the timeline you would set the story in. Because if it's earlier, before his kind of mutations really take hold, then the scope is a bit more open. But then, if you want to have any sort of part of his mutation come in, then it gets a little bit more tricky. Because obviously you have to have someone who would be comfortable in either a mocap suit, if they do the CGI route, or in a lot of prosthetics. And that could be, you know, it's a time-consuming process either way. Right.
From ourselves.
Right, there's a boat out. I'm gonna go out to that boat and see what happens. So yeah, I'm not sure who would be Moreau. Right, I don't think I can actually get on this boat. No, it's just kind of here. The boat's just kind of there. Because also this comes into the question as well, because obviously it came up with the announcement of the Baldur's Gate 3 series. It's like, right, where you have a thing, you know, like especially like a game where the characters are so synonymous with like one voice. You know, I'm using Baldur's Gate as an example because that is such a pertinent example. It's like, you know, Gale is Tim Downey, Will is Theo Solomon, Lizelle is Deborah Wilde, Karlach is Samantha Bayard. You know, like Minsk is Matt Mercer. You know, are there any games where actually the best choice to play the person in a live action adaptation is the voice actor from the game? Now, there have been instances where they have done that. There have been instances, and the most recent one that springs to mind is when they got, is when HBO got Merle Dandridge to do Last of Us, to be Marlene. Right, I don't know where this Deathbrand piece of armor is, so I'm just gonna go off and do something else. Because even today I saw a thing, I think it was, I saw a clip, it was filmed, I want to say it was at the BAFTAs, not that long ago, and it was a clip of Ben Starr being asked about, you know, doing a possible Expedition 33 film. Which again, is like, how do you do something like that? how do you take a game like that and turn it into a film? That would be my first question. It's like, granted, I have not actually played that much of it. You know, I'm only like a few hours in. But because then also you have that thing of like, right, what point of the story do you take? You know, do you set it before the game? Do you... I mean, you would kind of have to, really. Because I will say something, I seem to be in a rare group in that I will kind of defend the Assassin's Creed movie. I don't think it's that bad. Are there some changes I don't agree with? Yes. Absolutely. There are some parts of that film I don't agree with. And I am kind of sick of the fact of having to explain to people, look, the film makes a lot more sense once you have played, or if you play, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Father, I have returned. We must tell Storn what we have seen. It was Scarf the Giant, our former chieftain, who taught me the ways of battle. He was
So
a
yeah,
great
I will
bear
not
of a
say
man
it's...
and a fearsome
I will
warrior.
say it's a good
I used to be
adaptation
terrified of him when I was a
of
little girl. I
the
was a
rough
restless,
idea
angry child,
of Assassin's Creed.
And Scarf taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use. He was a great man and a good leader.
But
I miss him dearly.
it's not... I would say it's better than most adaptations.
What news do you bring? Is there a way to free our people?
No.
So yeah,
but
it's
I have
good but
brought
not great.
someone who has seen things. She has confirmed that Mirak is the one behind the suffering of our people.
I fear that it will be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time.
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Storm what has happened.
So, well, I read a book, and it kind of took me to this place where I argued a little bit with Mirak because he's a dick. But you know this already.
So you have
It's like,
seen things, yes. My magic grows
mate, I
weak,
have seen a
and
lot.
so does the barrier around our village. Time is short.
I have
Tell
seen
me
stuff and things and Mirak.
How?
Okay, I read a book in Mirak's temple and went somewhere, Mirak was there.
The
You know,
legends speak of
pretty
that
self-explanatory.
terrible
I read a book
battles fought
involving the dude,
The dragons burning
thing
into
happened,
the ground in rage.
dude was in front of me, he was a
They
twat.
speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true,
Ooh, steampunk
it
TTRPG.
means what I feared
Nice.
has come to pass. Mirak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Mirak? Are you Dragonborn?
Yep. I am indeed
Then
Dragonborn.
perhaps you are connected with him.
It's
The
like,
old
I ain't
tales
gonna
say that he
like to beat around the bush or anything. It's like, yeah, I'm Dragonborn. Deal with it. Oh no, I've just seen the weather thing on my phone keeps updating. It's like, oh no, tell me all the temperatures. It's like, I don't want to see that. Okay, what does it mean if we're both
I
Dragonborn?
am unsure. It may mean
What does it
that
mean?
you could
Fight.
save us.
That's what's gonna
or
happen.
it may
We're gonna fight.
mean that you could bring
We're gonna
about
fight. I'm gonna win.
But our time
And that's
here
that.
is running out. The few of us left free of control cannot protect ourselves for much longer. You must go to Saring's Watch. Learn there the word that Mirak learned long ago. And use that knowledge on the Windstone. You may be able to break the hold on our people there and free them from control.
Okay, learn the word of power.
Allmaker Shepherd.
Okay. One of these times I'm gonna have to try out survival mode. It's like I have it, but I've always switched it off. Because obviously you get the option to do that pretty much straight away. Like once you get out of Helgen, it gives you the options like, would you like to turn on survival mode? Because that's got to be a challenge in itself, you know. Survival mode on... What's the highest difficulty again? What is it they actually call it? Legendary. So yeah, that would have to be a challenge within itself. You know, survival mode on legendary. You know, that's... You sort of imagine getting through that is almost like a rite of passage among Skyrim players. It's like, you're able to do that? Well, we salute you, friend. Whoa! Massive spring. Oh, it's an earth water, that's why. Headwaters of Harstrand. Okay, I'll be somewhere else to explore. I suppose I really should work on like getting my house. So I've actually got somewhere to stay. And like drop off all my stuff. Actually, I should maybe work on this. Like, how do I get the house again? Because it's been a while since I've done this. This is not the first time I've played the Dragonborn DLC, but it's been a while since I've done it on my other stage server. How do you get it? Okay. Okay, so I need the quest. So hang on, if I go and talk... Oh, I have to go back to Raven Rock. So Captain Velith is the quest giver. So let me turn that off for a second. Let me go back to Raven Rock. And go and have a chat with the captain. Because according to this, the captain is the quest giver.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give Modin Veleth, captain of the Redoran Guard, at your service.
Okay, that's questions
Thank you
for the
for your
guards, so...
assistance. It's raised my men's spirits quite a bit.
Right. So I think I also have to do this stuff in the mine as well.
Find my pickaxe yet?
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
Nope. Not from you, anyway.
Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, of course. You tell Chris. Either you're here to get the finest.
Okay, I can't armor my horse because I don't have one. Right. Get rid of those. Not those. Second helmet. Any miscellaneous stuff? Okay, spider pods, bold plate. I can't do that. Isn't enough money. Okay.
You
I've
tell
lightened up.
Precious he better give that
Right. Let me go and get the
axe back to me.
The pickaxe.
Around my stand today. There she is. Disgusting.
Actually, what's my carry weight at? Okay, 800. That's not terrible. Obviously because I'm still carrying all those armor sets. Because I can't remember where I was going.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it. Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, busy doing what?
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Okay, just exploring.
Exploring, huh? Most folks think this place
I'm being a
isn't
nosy
worth the
bitch.
effort. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
Okay, what kind of secret... What sort of secret would be hidden
A
here?
secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mind.
Okay. Can
Sure,
I...
ignore the written.
Oh, I have to go through the whole conversation.
Secret the East Empire Company
I thought this was
swept under
one
the rug
since
2
I got the
centuries
quest.
ago. It killed my great-grandfather.
Well, thank you for popping
Raven
in,
Rock
Charlie. I
with a
hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, great-grandfather.
Gratian Kyrelius. He spent
Again,
his entire
great
life
name.
exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost
That is a
200
fantastic
years
name.
ago.
Okay, how did he die?
The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident.
Yeah, sure,
Claiming that he
accident.
was lost in a rockfall. But I know better.
Sure, it was an accident. Okay, what's your proof?
My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key.
Okay, what did the letter say?
It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else.
Okay, keys in the lock section.
It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
Right. Okay. Hardly proof of anything. I admit this does sound suspicious. It does sound a bit sus. Not gonna lie.
Finally.
It does sound a little bit suspicious. And we all know the East Empire Company are shady as hell.
Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone.
Okay, why are you telling me everything?
Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I can find the answers that I'm looking for.
Okay, so you do need my help.
I want to know what happened to Gratian.
So you were being rude to me before, and now you need my help. Okay, any idea where to start?
Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Right. Also, I need to talk to you about a certain pickaxe.
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Scald in the first place.
Oh, it doesn't belong to you.
Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Be careful down there. Mine can be treacherous.
It's like, it wasn't yours. It's like, you nicking it doesn't justify you saying it was nicked. You know? It don't justify it. It just makes you look like a bit of a oh, for God's sake. Blooming skeevers. Right, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going down here. Why did it have to be spiders? Why did it have to be spiders? I hate spiders. Right, let's do this bit as quickly as I possibly can, so that I don't have to deal with spiders. If we could keep the spiders to a minimum, that would be fantastic. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna run. What's up, bitch? I thought that might have been a bit more important. Gonna run. Sup? Let's see how long they're actually gonna take. Whoa! I got ragdolled. Ooh. That would hurt. I guess I'll have to take these. Fine! Fine. Take them out. I'll deal with them. You stop shooting me, like. Right. Okay, I don't have anything equipped. I thought I did, but I don't. Do I know this spell? I do now. Okay. Gotta go up. Okay. Door. Yes. Okay. Follow the breeze. Oh, I remember this bit. I hate it. I remember this bit. Yeah. Okay. So I received a letter from the East Empire Company today. They say that some of the miners broke through the wall in Shaft 3 of Raven Rock Mine and found some ruins. I hope this isn't another waste of time like that fiasco they sent me to in Cyrodiil. I'll gather my assistant, Milius, and sail back to Raven Rock at first light. It'll be nice to see the old house in Solstheim again. Okay, finally arrived in Raven Rock and was surprised at the number of Dark Elf refugees living in the town. They aren't really from mining stock, but I think they'll make fine workers one day. Milius and I spent a good part of the day clearing the ash off the roof of my house. The damn volcano was still erupting almost day and night. If it wasn't for the ash covering everything, it would look almost beautiful. Milius and I are headed to Raven Rock Mine to have a look at whatever it is the miners uncovered. I think I'll stop by the old Swing and Scoop and pick up a few supplies before we head down. Couldn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, looks like the miners broke right through the wall of an old Nordic barrow. I've seen this sort of thing in Skyrim before. Damn Nords have barrows dotting the landscape, and almost none of them are marked in any maps. Looks like this barrow belongs to something called the Bloodskull clan. I'm going to take some rubbings of the inscription in the tombs and see if I can learn some more information from the history books. Okay, it's been a few days. I can't find a single mention of this clan anywhere. Milius and I decided to proceed ahead. We've come to a drop-down point and I can see the massive chamber below. To better power a day to lower everything down and climb down. Almost a sheer drop. Oh, I just jumped. Okay, it's an astonishing day of discovery. After exploring the large chamber beyond the drop-off, I was startled to find the strangest weapon I've ever relied upon sitting upon a pedestal of sorts. The blade appears to be flawless and is emitting a faint, chilling glow. Bits of parchment I found around the chamber seem to call this the Bloodskull blade. Not certain if I should remove it yet. I think I'll sleep on it. Okay, and then what? Literally the next day! Wow, you did not take enough time to think about this. Okay, decided against my own better judgment to remove the Bloodskull blade from its pedestal. You literally went overnight. You took a short rest, or possibly a long one, depending on your sleep schedule, and decided, yeah, I'm going to take the weapon I know nothing about from this pedestal. You absolute plank. Okay, Melia seems completely against it. Wonder why? Okay, but we need to bring this wondrous artifact with us when we find a way out of the barrow. Literally. The next day. I should have listened to Milius. The moment the blade was lifted, we were set upon by Draugr. Milius fought bravely, but he fell. I was able to destroy the remaining ones, but I was badly wounded. I can barely stand. My only chance would be finding a way out of this place, but I fear that I'm trapped. Okay, exploring has been slow. I can only move maybe a few minutes at a time before I have to rest. My supplies are running low and I'm weaker by the hour. The only progress I've made is finding a strange door with markings on it that I've never seen. Appears to be something in them that I'm missing, as they've confounded my attempts at getting through. I'll have to study this further in order to make any progress. Barely can keep awake. I'm fairly certain the key to the door involves the use of the Bloodskull blade. With swinging the weapon, I'm noticing a ribbon of mystical energy emanating from it. I think by swinging the sword in different directions, it's possible to manipulate this ribbon and solve whatever puzzle the door presents. Hope to get well enough to put this to the test soon. Each swing is a huge effort. Last entry. I've lost track of time and my strength is fading. I can't even stand anymore. My wounds refuse to heal. I'm afraid this tomb will become my resting place. If anyone finds this journal, please send these notes to my superiors at the East Empire Company and tell my wife that I love her. May Arche guide me to my final rest. And here we have the Bloodskull blade. So, this is the bit I don't like. Because you've got to be very particular with this. You do this bit. But you've got to make sure you're doing it the right way. So yeah, it's It's frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. So, let's see how long this actually takes me to do. Because I remember there was one time it took me that long to try and do this that I actually ended up just using console commands to open the door. So I did. I did end up just using console commands to open the door. Because yeah, I got so frustrated. Because the blade has to be moved in a certain way. So it is a little frustrating that I've got to do it this way. Because I am obviously at the limit of what my stamina can do. And because this is dual-handed, I can't just sort of do it one-handed and then have like a restore stamina spell. Just to hand. So yeah, I just ended up using... I had to use console commands to get through. Because the idea is simple. You use the markings up there as the wall moves to tell you which direction to swing the blade in. But doing it is a lot easier said than done. This is where I get frustrated. 'Cause like, why is it not doing what I want it to do? Actually, have I got... Oh no, Welkin stones are magic. What am I doing? Stamina. Okay. Draft of enhanced stamina. Elixir of regeneration only applies to health, not stamina. Because also it's got to be a heavy attack, it can't be a light attack. So it's got to be the sort of charged two-handed thing. And the blade's got to go in a certain direction, and it's very finicky and annoying, and I hate this. This is the one part of this I don't like. Because it is so particular. let's say getting the vertical shots are easy because it does vertical by default. It's getting the horizontal ones, because it has to be the precise horizontal ones. Yeah, it says if I move backwards, or because yeah, the vertical one's easy. There we go. Right, can I leave now? Oh, I hate that you've got to be so precise with it for that last part. Right. There is a dragon priest in here, isn't there? Yep. Sup, you twat. Just give me a couple of seconds to get my weapon and then you're gone. There we go. Let me... Where's his body? Right. The word of power. Let me just check through my... Okay. 2 words on that. Okay, everything else is all up to date. Good. Right now. Leave. Oh no, actually I've got the book. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly F5 this before the book. Right. Winds of change.
I know you, champion. The Ogma in Flame.
You again?
The beginning.
Okay, Hamius Mora.
This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library. If you tire of the search, read your book again to return to your mortal life. For a time, the lure of Apocrypha will call you. It is your fate.
That. Learn the black book's hidden. Soul gem? Don't mind if I do. So the skies open the doors. To get me through this place. Or this shit anyway. And I get to hoard books. I like this plan. I like this idea of hoarding books. Big bitch! And done. Right, I may end up cucumbered at the end of this. Frenzy, words of philosophy. You know, this is going to be a nice way to build up my library at Blackthorn. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I already knew that. Spell. Right. Okay, so this was just this was just a quick to sort of get me into the right. Okay, good. Right. Winds of change. Okay, Scholar's Insight, Companion's Insight, Lover's Insight. Okay, Scholar's Insight. Reading skill books gives you an extra skill point. You may only accept one ability from this book at a time. Companions. Your attack, shouts, and destruction spells do no damage to your followers. Oh, that could come in handy. Okay, Lover's Insight. Do 10% more damage and get 10% more better price of people of the opposite sex. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Companion's Insight. Where I don't do damage to the people I'm with. Okay, back to Solstheim I go. Okay, so now I can just leave. Yes? Because now that I've got the Bloodskull Blade and the Champion's Cudgel, I kind of want to go back to Blackthorn and put them in, basically put them in my armory, my sort of collection armory kind of thing. Right. Oh, I'm out here. Okay. Okay, so now I have to go back. To Raven Rock, where I can actually do both. I can give Glover the pickaxe back. And then I can go back and talk to...
Miserable. Just miserable.
Find my pickaxe.
There you go.
So, you finally tracked down old Precious, eh?
Yep.
Quite a character, isn't he?
Just a bit, yeah.
Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it.
Good, because I actually need that.
I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people.
Well, that's a good lesson
Now
to
that
have.
you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use.
Nice.
Bring your
Right.
weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
Right, now I go and see...
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of evidence.
Go and see this mush.
You're back.
Yep.
Please, tell me what you found.
Well, your ancestor's dead.
Let me see that.
Yeah. You're right along.
I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs.
Yep, that'll do
Now
it.
that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company.
Good luck.
Make them pay for lying to everyone.
They ain't gonna pay. Literally, good luck with that. I don't mean that in a nice way, I mean that in a sarky way, because we both... If you look in your heart of hearts, we both know the East Empire Company ain't gonna pay you jack.
But it's the best an old
Okay,
retired
you are
monk
getting
can
the
do.
grand total of nought off them.
Mark my words. Raven Rock isn't finished yet.
It's like you are getting the grand total of sod all.
If you're looking for passage to Gardenfell, you're out of luck.
I'm sorry to
No
bother
shit.
you. Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him.
Right.
Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the Ashspawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
Right. Yeah. So that's actually the mission I was wanting. But what I want to do first is go back to Skyrim. Go home to Blackthorn Manor and drop off some of this stuff that I've got. Mainly the armor sets, the Bloodskull blades, and the Champion's Cudgel. Right. Champion's Cudgel. Okay, Nettlebane, I don't have. Wuthrad, no. Bloodskull. Chillrend, I don't have. Zephyr, I don't have. Harken's Sword, Ariel's Bow's there. Dragonbane, no. Bald's Dagger, no. I forget what that is. Blade of Sacrifice, nope. Blade of Woe. Edu, Stormfang, Bloodside, Soulrender, nope. Right, I've got a couple of... right, I've got Zacharisos. Don't have Mirax. Whose do I have, actually? Rather than sort of faff about. Whose do I actually have? Right, I have Morakai and Nankri, right. Nankri? Which one's Morakai? Morakai, there we go. Right, Ogma Infinitum, don't have it. Azura Star, I don't have. Saviour's Hide, I don't have. See, some of these I'm going to have to use, I'm probably just going to use console commands to get a hold of these. Right. Yeah, Nordic carved armor. Is there a shield I can give? No. Right. Might look a bit weird putting them with, like robes and stuff, but... Shredded armor. Actually, why am I not wearing the Daedric armor? Carry capacity. Oh, hang on. I think I know where I need to go. Oh, the vampire roll armor looks so good. I was gonna say, are my family even here?
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in
Or are
your
they
hands.
elsewhere? I've forgotten which house my family's in. Because I don't think they're in this one. Anywho, right. Actually, no, I was going to pop some of the weapons in there. Actually, I think they might be in Felberg. I think my family's in Felberg. Right. Take out some of these big-ass weapons. Right, that's Froki's bow. Spider control rod. Staff of... Okay. Ancient Nordic pickaxe, I'm going to keep a hold of that. Just now... See, now comes the boring bit where I clear out my inventory. Right. I kind of want the staffs to be on these weapon racks. That's the daggers done. Yeah, I don't think I think my family were in Felberg. I think they might be in Felberg. Not here. Let's take out some of these books. Oh, okay, that's a quest item. Okay, can't put any more books on that shelf. Okay, speak to the warrior at Hinderheim. I can do that at a later point. Right. Let me pop back to Solstheim. Go and do this. Served cold, because I think this is the quest that gets me. This is the quest that'll actually get me the house.
Know what you did in those mines? It put a smile on Crucius's face.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
Nope. Not that matters to you, right?
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Ravenrock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed.
Okay. He's in danger of being killed? How?
The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head.
Okay, why would the Ulans want him dead?
It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions.
Okay, he ordered the
Now,
execution.
that's just
It's on his head.
ridiculous. As second councillor, it's my responsibility to protect Councillor Morvain from harm. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. I don't want it.
But still, it was his decision, not yours. Okay, you feel an attack on a councillor is imminent.
I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock.
Okay, why haven't you acted on the information?
Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret.
So you're sending the one person that everyone has their eye on, the stranger that's just arrived,
I wouldn't be able to make a move.
and you're
without
asking
them
me to do it. Well, good luck. Okay. What will you do?
Summoning you here was part of my plan.
Well, obviously.
I was hoping you'd be interested in investigating for me.
You know what? I know the end result is a house, so how can I help?
I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me.
So the end result of this is a house on the island.
I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Ravenrock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Oh, it's alright for me to make the mistakes then. Yeah,
Don't worry. You can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
It's alright. It's alright for me to make the mistakes.
Oh,
No.
hello. You looking for a handout or something?
Nope.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Okay.
If there's anything at all I can do to help, please let me know.
Sup?
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio.
Welcome to the Retching Net. The mine's open, people are buying drinks. Well, well, Agil's got himself a spy, does he?
Oh yeah, just say the quiet
Well,
part out
Sarah
loud.
knows he needs all the
You
help
know,
he can get.
the idea of like
He's been
subterfuge and
chasing the
stealth,
Orlins for
okay?
years now.
Yeah, close to the double or
No.
nothing. I'm gonna see what
I just think
happens.
he's going about this the wrong
I already
way.
know I'm probably not gonna be awake for the whole show, just because they go on for so long.
Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come
But,
to you.
you know,
There's
I'll
an
watch
old
what I'm able to
ancestral
watch.
tomb near the temple.
As I say,
Someone's
cautiously
been leaving
optimistic.
sham offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulans must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your
Because
visitor shows up.
what time does the buy-in start? Okay. Actually, why did he execute an Ulan in the first place?
Back in 95, Thela Ulin came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. But Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redarin Guard, and then murder Consul and Morvain when we weren't looking.
Hang on, let me actually... Because I know... Because Tekla is... Okay, no. Sky Blue is not wrestling, Tekla is.
He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing
So,
minds.
she might... Sky Blue will probably be... I'd imagine Sky Blue and Julia Hart will show up at some point. Harley Cameron, no. See, the thing is, I can see a lot of people maybe getting involved, because you've got the Fatal 4-Way for the women's title, which is Tekla, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander.
He underestimated
You'd imagine the likes of sort of Sky Blue, Harley, Willow, if she hadn't have been,
Thela tried to run.
you know, if she hadn't have had to, like, step away.
Thela
You know, you'd imagine that they would get involved. They would have been getting involved.
Ancestral too.
Because, yeah, Sky Blue is in the women's bracket for the Owen. But her match is not on Double or Nothing. The women's Owen match that is on Double or Nothing is Athena versus Mina Shirakawa.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio.
But yeah, I would imagine there'd be some interference in the Fatal 4-Way, because I'm not seeing anything about a stipulation basically saying that everyone else is banned from ringside.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well,
So yeah, you'd imagine that there would be... There's gonna be others involved. Second highest gate for AEW. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's... Okay, Louis Armstrong Stadium, Queens, New York. Okay, yeah, the capacity is around about 14,000. So, it's not bad. Yeah, for the US, because obviously the likes of, well, Wembley's gonna... Wembley's gonna top that. Because, yeah, Forbidden Door's at the SAP Centre. And then... Yeah, you've got All In at Wembley. Right. Sup?
Ah, excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Nice to see a fellow Dunmer following the traditional customs.
Okay, you are an
Since
Ulan.
there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. Oh, no bother. We all have a right to be here. Now, if you'll excuse
Hey,
me,
Tony.
I'd like to meditate a bit.
How are you doing? Right, that is not the door I need to be going out of. Where's the... I keep getting turned around. That's what I was going to do. I was going to check what time the buy-in's on. What time? Right. You honestly think
Watch what you're doing.
that I would want a blurb
We've got
of
our
your,
eyes on you.
and I mean this as politely as I can, your piss poor, abominable attempt at a
This
Scottish
is House
accent?
Redarin territory. You do well to remember that.
Let me think. No.
We've got our eyes on you.
I hope Gelders proved useful. Have you made any progress?
Okay, I suspect that Talisa Severin is the
Tell us
culprit.
it. Are you sure?
Saw her in the Ulan
So
tomb.
Gelders' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up.
Right,
If
you're
Telesu's
saying what
involved
time
in
is
any
the
sort of
buy-in?
plot to harm Councillor Morvain,
Okay,
I'm going to need hard
buy-in.
evidence to prove it.
Buy-in's not until midnight. God. Okay, so go search their
I'm
house.
not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand.
Who said anything about
If
kicking? I
you're
can just
wrong
break in.
about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen.
I could just break in. Okay, what if they try to stop me?
If you have evidence and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck.
Right. Okay, can you tell me more about the Severin family?
Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since.
Okay, benefit? How?
They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands.
Pillars of the community. Shame they're trying to ruin it from the inside.
People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm.
I think it might be.
Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony.
Alright, time for me to go be a sneaky bitch and break into the house.
If the Severin...
Headed east. They want to give Tel Mithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place one bit.
Da-da-da-da-dum.
If you're looking for the East Empire Company, they've been gone for over 100 years.
Right then. Into Severin Manor I go. Sneaking about in the house. I know where I've got to go. Come on. You gonna come out? They still are completely oblivious to me being here.
Stop hiding, coward. I'll make it quick, I promise. For House
House Lalu will have its revenge.
It's not my time.
Hehe. Okay. Yep. Letter with the Ulan matter. Dear Councillor Salden, in a matter of days I believe we'll be ready. Our forces heading within Ashfallow's citadel have been training night and day, ready to strike when we give the signal. With Captain Vela distracted by the Ashbourne attacks, the timing seems perfect. I've waited nearly a decade to exact my revenge upon Clella Morvain for the death of my ancestor, and I long for the moment when my blade will be drawn across his throat. The next letter you receive from me will include his head in a sack. Display it proudly in the halls of House Halalu, brother. Vendale Ulan. That does it. Yep, I would say that's pretty conclusive. Head back.
Squatting isn't tolerated in the abandoned buildings. If you need a place to stay, head to the Corner Club.
Did you find any evidence? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice.
Well, yeah, I don't think they'll give up willingly.
Good.
Well, 2 of them are already dead, so that's not a
I'm going
problem.
to send 2 of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away.
Well, like I say, 2 of them are already dead, so that's not a problem. We've just got to go after... probably, I think, the dad?
Ashfallow Citadel's been a bat...
Last time I rode Gyaran's ship, I was even me guts for a week. Dunmer weren't meant to all on water.
Right, have I already found the citadel? I think I have. Yeah. Right then. And Shorkara the Redoran guards are already dead. Okay. So it looks like I'm soloing the citadel. That's fine, I can do that. Right then. Let's have a crack at this lot. I do love this sword. It's very effective. Sup, losers? I'm here to take all of your stuff and make sure that you all die. That's that one done. And you're done. You're done. You're done. Right, where's the thing to open? door? Is it on this side or is it down here? Maybe down here actually. Oh yeah, it's here. And then that. Then snap it, smash door, smash door. There's one there. Oh, there's 2 chains. There we go. Sup, you bitch? Done. Done. Right. Nab all of this. That's just bits of paper. Right. And now I leave. Just head back out. Then back to Raven Rock. Go and talk to the councillor. And then Severin Manor should then be mine. Because that's your overall reward for the questline. It's how you get a home on Solstheim.
Now through them does he speak.
Is that you are given ownership of Severin Manor. And actually, in terms of player house, it's not that bad. It is pretty good. In your sort of overall grand scheme of things. Back to Raven Rock, talk to the councillor. Who then, yeah, I'm pretty sure basically just gives you Severin Manor. Cause like, well, the Severins are dead. And we've not really got any use for the house, so if you want it, you know, kind of already gave you the key, so you might as well just take it. You know, and by that point you've done, because you've had to do the quest with like the ash spawn and the stuff down the mines, it's like you've kind of already helped a fair few times in Raven Rock anyway, so you know, it's alright. Whee! Oh.
Splendid. Another mouth to feed.
Oh, shut up.
We're one of the same kind, you and I.
Well,
I'm
what
glad
happened?
to have met you.
Were you able to track down Vendel? Out with it.
Yep, he is dead.
Then, it's finally over. What of the Redoran Guard I sent to assist you?
Also dead.
Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him.
Okay, did what had to be done.
Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Follow me, and I'll take you to the Councillor so you can speak to him yourself.
And you literally just turn around.
Excuse me, Councillor Morvain. I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face.
Actually,
like
I'm gonna
that
sit in
a
his
long
chair while he's
time.
doing this.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life.
Yay me!
Vendel, Telesu, and Miri Severin weren't who they appeared to be. I'm afraid they were here to avenge Villa Ulen's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock.
Yeah.
How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor.
Pull the wool
They
over
had
your
us all
eyes.
fooled. I should
So you'd
have
never
been
suspect them because they're being so nice to everyone.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I'm certain Adriel was prepared to reward you appropriately for
I am sitting in his
everything
seat,
you've
so...
done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial.
Yay! I'm getting a house.
Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Councillor, I hereby award you Severin Manor and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
Can't thank you enough for reopening the Ebony Mines. You've brought light to the darkness, my friend.
The mines are open and the ebony has begun to flow because of your discovery. My eternal gratitude.
Head over to the retching Netch if the ash has your throat parched.
So now... I've done that.
The entire island isn't covered in ash. They have to...
Severin Manor is now mine. And you know, honestly, it's not a bad player house. You know, you got your kitchen and stuff is up here. You know, you've got your cooking pot, your ingredients, you've got, when you get a decent thing, so you got Sujumi, there's a couple of books here. See, you've got your standard supplies. You come down, you go down here, this is sort of extra rooms, it's like if you've got a follower. This is not suited for kids, I don't think, without mods. So yeah, I think you need mods to make this a bit more Hearthfire compatible. But it's doable, you know, you've got the space in here to turn this into a decent sized kids room. Over here you have some practice dolls, you've got some urns with some food, you've got a couple of weapon racks, and you've basically got your own forge. Which actually is what makes this, for a lot of players, a decent house. Is that you have all of the parts of a forge. So you have your actual forge, you have a smelter, you have a workbench, a grindstone, and your tanning rack. So you've got it all in one place. Then here, you've also got your arcane enchanter. Across the hallway is your alchemy lab. Again, decently stocked with ingredients. Again, fairly standard stuff, some bone meals. There's all like your sort of Namir's roots, flaminate, and mammoth tusks. I think you've got some extra, yeah, you've got some extra ingredients in the barrels. And then in here is the main bedroom. Now, if I'm right in thinking, yeah, you've got 4 armor mannequins, weapon racks, you've got some display cases, which have got various bits and pieces in them. Which I think, because you now own it, you can open them up and, like, you can, like, take the stuff out. I don't know necessarily what you can put in them, because I tend to just leave them. Game barrels have got some food items, you've got a decent amount of storage. You know, there's some not bad stuff in here, you know, you got some gems, you got some gold. Fairly standard stuff. Got bookshelf, you've obviously got the safe. You've got the bodies of the Severins. So yeah. And then you've got your bed with the sort of display thing here, so again, shield rack, right and left weapon racks. So yeah, it's not bad. What I tend to do is the armor that he was wearing, I tend to put that in. I basically tend to keep the armor types that you find here on these mannequins. So yeah, I do tend to keep it very... have I got any other... like full armor sets? Because I don't want to leave this one just sort of on its own. I mean, I suppose I could put the I've got the Dunmer staff. You know what? Let's do the shield. And... gauntlets, there we go. Okay, so it's not a complete mess. Then, weapon-wise... steel sword. Okay, I've got an elven sword and elven bow. Let me go put these over here. I like to keep the weapon types the same if I can. Have I got anything else? Daedric dagger, I kind of want to keep a hold of that. Nordic pickaxe, again, want to keep a hold of that. And the rest of what I've got is mostly arrows. But yeah, I find this is a nice little place to sort of display what you can pick up in this DLC. But yeah, you get a decent amount of storage, you get a decent amount of supplies for, you know, like enchanting and alchemy, and I see the only thing you don't get a lot of, considering you have a full forge, is actually forging supplies. Like, I don't think any of these, like, these are food barrels, the ones that you can interact with. They are not, like, supply barrels. So yeah, there's no forging supplies, but you have a whole forge at your disposal. And the thing is, if you need to get supplies, Glover Mallory's not far away. He's literally just down the street, so... So yeah, just sort of looking. These are all like food barrels and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say that was maybe the one downside with this is that yes, you get a full forge. Like you have a full setup in here. Like say you have your smelter, you have your forge, you've got your racks. You know, you got your tanning rack, your grindstone, your workbench. So you've got them all, but it doesn't come with any of the supplies. Whereas, you know, it gives you enchanting supplies, it gives you alchemy supplies, it gives you food supplies, but it doesn't give you anything forging-wise. Like smithing-wise. It doesn't give you anything on that front. Because, yeah, you can't actually use any of this stuff in the forge. It's not like you know, it gives you, like, pieces of, like, bone mold or something. Well, you've got one bone meal, but I don't think you can actually use that. What do you actually need to make the bone mold armor? Yeah, you need a lot of bone meal, and the fact you only get one is not great. So yeah, you need 8 to make a shield, 10 for the pauldron armor, 6 for the helmet, 10 for the guard armor. Okay, 4 for the gauntlets, that's not too bad. 6 for the boots, and then 10 for the standard armor. But you also need netched leather and iron ingots. And yet, you need a lot of chitin plates for that armor as well. So yeah, you do need a fair amount of stuff. But yeah, beyond the one bowl of bone meal, which, let's face it, is pretty useless, in the sort of grand scheme of things, you don't actually get any forging supplies. Right, what I'm gonna do... you know what, let's do this one. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. This hasn't been too bad, actually. Again, it was a toss-up between this and Resident Evil Village. I'm kind of glad I did this, because, like, I've kind of got out of the habit of playing Skyrim. I know I have that vanilla save as well, where there's, like, no mods, no nothing. It's Skyrim as intended, or as initially designed. Although I will say, I've seen some visual mods that almost kind of give the idea of, like, right, what would Skyrim have looked like if it had come out now? And some of them are stunning, but I genuinely think you need some serious tech to be able to run it properly. And I don't think I have that. But anywho, so hopefully this week I should be able to do a regular schedule of Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. If not, I will try and keep things updated as well as I can. Obviously this week has been a bit of a hectic week for me just on a sort of personal level, and yeah, it did impact because I've only been able to stream 2 days, but yeah, hopefully I can get this Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday pattern down. So I think next time yeah, I think next time's going to be RE Village. And then I don't think, because I know there's the whole sort of like getting the collectibles and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I just want to focus on the story and do that. Maybe I'll go back to it at some point, you know, once I've done the story, and then maybe do like try and sort of do 100% thing. But I don't think that'll be a stream thing. I think that will maybe just be a me thing. Obviously still have to finish Baldur's Gate 3, so that's going to be the next thing, and then there's the next part of this DLC to do on Skyrim. Because I think that's the last big chunk of stuff I have to do, because it's like, I've done Dawnguard, I've done most of them, I think I've done pretty much all of the main story now. So yeah, I think it's just... the biggest chunk left is Dragonborn. So... let's say should be back on Tuesday. If not, I'll try and keep things updated as best I can. Thank you to everybody for popping in, chatting, lurking, doing whatever it is you do. I hope this has been entertaining. If it hasn't, I'm sorry, and I hope you find someone that does entertain you. And again, I'm sorry, that's just not me. So, I hope everybody has a lovely rest of the day. I will no doubt see some people again watching Double or Nothing, because I'll probably pop in to get tables for a little bit. Again, I don't think I'll be there for the whole show, because it does go on for a while, but I'm going to enjoy what I can. And then catch up later. So yeah, should be back on Tuesday. So until then, love you, bye.